Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. So for this week's review, we're going to be testing out the Revlon One-Step Hairdryer and Volumizing Brush. This is something that I've seen storming at my social media at the moment. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook have all been showing me this hair tool in particular, which naturally made me more and more curious to try it. A lot of you guys will already know from my previous videos, but if you haven't seen me before, I'll put some clips on the screen of what my hair normally looks like. Very fine, very flat, there is not a lot of texture. It's so flyaway, especially after I wash my hair. I always have problems with my hair. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it, it's just very, very fine, and no matter what I try to do to it, nothing seems to work. This is why I'm so excited to try this tool. If this is your first time seeing me, please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, as well as follow me on my socials. I would absolutely love to have you. But going back to this hair tool, I actually purchased this from Amazon for $49.99 I think, which does sound quite expensive, but if this is something that could potentially save me time and effort, I'm absolutely going to try it out. This is also supposed to dry your hair as well as style it at the same time, which could potentially save you a lot of time, especially if you are like me, going back to work, you want to save as much time as possible in the mornings so you're not late. There are two different settings within this hair tool, one for thicker hair and one for finer hair. I'm also going to start out by parting my hair into small sections just so we can really see how much volume I can get out of this brush. Also, it specifies to use this tool when your hair is damp, not wet, so I have actually washed my hair about an hour or so ago and just let it air dry, which is why it looks like this. This is my first time also using this tool. As you can see, it's still all wrapped up within the packaging. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So as you can see, I've sectioned my hair just so that I can really get deep into the root to try and create as much volume as possible. I'm going to turn it on to the setting. There's like a cool setting, setting number 1 and setting number 2, obviously for the thicker hair and the finer hair. I'm a bit worried this is going to be a bit noisy. Let's go. Okay, there's a lot of heat coming off this. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off for a second because it's definitely dried my hair. I can see that, but my hair looks very flyaway, which was not what I was expecting. Doesn't look anything too majorly different to what I'm used to when I blow dry my hair. So I'm just going to go off now and kind of redo that section and the rest of the bottom section of my hair, and then I'll tell you what I think of it after I've done the first layer. Okay, so I've done the bottom layer of my hair and it's dry and it feels quite smooth, but my hair is just still so super flyaway, it's a joke. One thing that I will say is really great about this is one, whenever you're brushing your hair, no matter where you start in your hair or anything like that, I think the layering in the bristles makes it so that your hair does not tangle at all. Even going around like this, it wasn't tangling my hair. Also the fact that the cable kind of like twirls, okay, that's not the right word. Either way, it goes around so that you have got a lot of flexibility in how you're kind of like moving around and stuff. And normally when I dry my hair, I dry it with a hairdryer and also a brush. So you're kind of like brushing your hair into here, but then you're also holding the hairdryer there. I think the fact that you can really just almost brush your hair and dry it at the same time in one tool makes it so much easier. Like, I did the bottom layer of my hair in half the time that I normally would do, which is so amazing because drying my hair is an absolute mish, even though I have like no hair. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I have hair, it's just very fine and just like flaps all over the place. I would say there maybe, yes, is slightly more volume to my hair than I'm used to, just because you can get so deep into the root, like if you were just brushing your hair normally. I think for the next layer, I'm going to use the hotter setting of the brush just to see whether or not maybe it's because my hair isn't getting hot enough that it's not going smooth. I don't know, we're just going to try it and see what happens. So I've just done layer number 2, and using the hotter setting of the heat brush just worked slightly better. However, it was freaking hot though, like I'm actually sweating. It's kind of a little bit nuts. I was a little bit skeptical about how I was going to get the kind of baby hairs that are shorter towards the front of my face, but it seems to have got it quite nicely. My hair does feel a lot smoother and looks a lot more voluminous towards the roots after I used the hotter setting of the brush. However, please just kind of gauge what you're used to when it comes to hair tools and stuff like that, because some types of hair can't always cope with very vast amounts of heat. Like mine seems to be okay, it kind of like works a lot better, but some people's hair will literally just like bend and break. So just be sensible, just be sensible. Right, so I have completely dried my whole head now, and as you could see, there were a couple of like little surprises towards the top layer of my hair. It started to curl a little bit in some places, and it's kind of like swooped like this at the front on this side, but however on this side it's gone the other way. So that might just have been my hairbrushing skills whilst I was drying it. As you can see on the top of my head, there is a lot of flyaway situations going on, but towards the front of my hairline there is definitely a lot more volume here, which I'm not used to seeing. My hair does look quite smooth though. It doesn't look too frizzy. Now that I actually used the hotter setting of the brush, it kind of tamed my flyaways slightly better, but there is still a lot of flyaways going on. I mean, there's a bit of volume going on there, I'm not gonna lie, but oh my goodness, that hairbrush was so hot whilst I was using it, it was crazy. I think there's definitely a lot more control and like smoothness to my hair than I'm normally used to when I blow dry my hair with like a hairbrush and a hairdryer. So in that respect, it has saved me a lot of time. Yeah, look at the swoop that my hair's got going on over here. And then the not so swoop that's got over there, but it still looks really voluminous. Like, look at this part of my hair. This part never does this. In some ways I'm slightly disappointed that I couldn't do like a bouncy blow dry with this hairdryer brush, but also it is my first time using it, so I'm only going to get better with time, hopefully. One thing that I do want to highlight that's a really good point is that this thing, no matter how you brush your hair, no matter what angle, how much hair you put into it, it does not tangle your hair, which I think is so super crazy, because 9 times out of 10 I have the worst tangles and mats in my hair. It's just not good. The handle for this is really nice and sturdy, as well as being lightweight, so that when you are kind of like brushing upwards to try and get that volume on the top of your head, it isn't like super difficult. You're not fighting with the cords either, because it's just like flapping around doing its thing, it just moves with you, and that is so good. So in that respect, I do really like this tool. What is going on here? What is this? So that is it for this week's video, guys, testing out the Revlon one-step hairdryer and volumizing brush. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up so I know. It really does help me out a lot. I will leave links to this tool in the description down below for you if you do want to try it out for yourself, along with my social medias. So if you haven't already, make sure you go over and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, as well as follow me on my socials just to keep up to date with what I'm doing. I hope you have a lush week as always, and I will see you again next time for another video. Bye!